Hello everybody. So fantastic news. I was going to make an entire video about how getting into the upright bass is easy and you should just do it. You know, this is your sign to get into the upright bass. Well, oh, I have salad in my teeth. You know, I was gonna record it for the video. I was gonna have a separate recording, I was trying to draw audio from the pickup for the recording. So I was trying to get that all ready, There was a rattle on the A string and I couldn't find it. And turns out it's in the bridge. It was in the bridge the whole time. It wasn't even in the pickup. So I have to, if I want to get rid of it, which I do, because I can't stand rattling, okay? I have to, loosen all my strings and adjust the bridge and then redo my strings, and then I have to retape, which I've gotten to the point of playing that I can play by ear and I can tell what notes are what. But my whole thing was getting into the upright bass, tape your fretboard so you know the notes, right? So, in my state of despair, I've decided it is dinner time. So here's some tortellini, cheese, and Trader Joe's crackers. I contacted my uncle, who has a very large resume. He used to be an electrician, and he also used to work at a music store and repaired a plethora of instruments. So what he has told me, and luckily I was an electrician's apprentice for a week, is that I can just attach what I have left of the pickup wire to what's still on the pickup, like I would be putting electrical wires together. And I can either use a wire nut or electrical tape. Now, I just moved into a new apartment as a college student. I do not have electrical tape. I ask all my friends, do you have electrical tape? They do not have electrical tape. And of course, they don't have any wire nuts. So we shall see. We shall see. So the journey to my car, because I have a mini toolbox out there, concluded that I do not have any electrical tape anywhere. I do have a larger pair of Kleins and my work glasses that I totally forgot about that leave a nasty glare, so I'm not going to wear them. And yeah, but with a little bit of online searching, I found electrical tape is only about $3 if you're trying to get the fancy stuff. The problem is it's rush hour in Orlando, and I don't think I want to do that to myself, right? I don't think I want to go outside, but I may not have a choice. But first, I think let's find the rattle. Okay, and for my next trick, I'm going to disappear, says the snapped off wire of my pickup. I don't know where it went. And I'm starting to get very concerned because I cannot find it. So, the situation has gotten worse. Yes, I am crawling around on the floor because I lost it. I lost the ground pickup. I don't know where it went. I only placed it 2 places. It is gone. And so I've been looking on the ground, like maybe I hit it and it flew off somewhere. Maybe it went into my bass somewhere. I checked it. It didn't fall in there. Okay? I have scoured everything. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it went. I don't even know what to do. I rewatched the videos. Like, I saw where I last had it. And I've checked everywhere. I've checked rooms I didn't go in. Like, I checked my car. I didn't even have it. Like, why would I take it to my car? I don't know. I didn't have it there. I've crawled around the floor. I have dug through the couch cushions. I have torn my bed apart. I don't know where it went. I looked in the fridge. It's not in the fridge. But in case you're wondering. Like, this apartment is not that big. It's like something does not want me to repair my pickup. But I don't care. I'm going to repair it. Okay? And playing the upright bass is fun. Don't let anything stop you from playing the upright. So, when I had just given up and lost all hope, guess what I just stepped on? My pickup wire. After I cleaned up everything and put it away. We will continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow. I made it to the next day, somehow. I did go to Ace Hardware and I got electrical tape. It was about $1, so that wasn't bad. I learned those are called combination pliers. I always called them Kleins, because that's just what the electricians around me called them. But the word, I found out, thank you Google, is combination pliers. So I'm using my combination pliers to straighten out the wire. I'm lining them up, and then we shall twist very, very tightly to make sure it doesn't come undone. Yes, like that. And then I cut the tape into a tiny strip so I could wrap it around the wire better, because I do not want this to come off. Now, spoiler alert, when I was putting this on to my bass again, I did end up ripping the wire out, and I had to redo this 3 more times until I got it tight enough that it wouldn't come out. But that's how, theoretically, you're supposed to fix that. And then, here I am loosening my strings so I can eventually adjust my bass. It's a lot of just loosening, seeing how loose the strings are. There we go. And now I'm just wiggling the bridge around, and this took forever. So here I am using a level. It's all kind of eyeballing, because again, I don't even know if my bass is sitting upright. You can see me just checking and checking, because it's a pain and I don't want to have to keep redoing it. So I was making sure I got it right. I even went to get a tape measure, a fabric tape measure, and I started measuring just to make sure, because I did not trust my eyeballs. And I did this for a good 10 minutes. Here's one final check, just to make sure it's even, having it sit straight up. And the fun part is retuning all my strings, because I did have to loosen them to adjust my bridge. So here I am retuning. I thought the tuning in 5x speed sounded funny, so I decided to leave it in to let you guys see. And then I also had to play it for a while to stretch out my strings, because when you play, you'll stretch your strings out and you'll detune. So you have to play a lot, make sure your strings will stay in place, and then tune again. But don't worry. By the end of this, I am very, very tuned. And I have
have no rattles in my bridge, none. Oh right, so here I am adjusting the bridge a little bit because, so the higher off the bridge from the body of the bass, the harder it is to press down the strings. And so typically you would start with the bridge a lot closer to the body, so it's easier to play notes, but it doesn't sound as clear. Like, you will get a lot of rattling in a lot of your notes when you're a beginner because your fingers aren't strong enough to hold the strings down yet. So I'm adjusting it, making sure that both sides are even, and then eventually I play for a while, and then finally I will deem it good enough. So once I have deemed it in tune and all set, I am attaching my pickup. So this is a Fishman pickup I got off of Sweetwater. And in the instruction manual, you're supposed to put these little pads on the top side of the bridge. These basically just sense vibrations and pick up a signal to send out. But I read the reviews and they said to put the pads on the bottom of the bridge for more bass, so I tried it and it worked. You get a lot more bass and less treble if you put the pads on the bottom of the bridge, so I thought I'd share. And here I am attaching the ground wire. The ground wire actually picks up a lot of the treble already, so it's a good balance if it's in place. And it takes me a while. You can see me struggle to put the wire on. Yes, so here I am testing it out. I'm playing the strings and I'm hearing a rattle and I'm just trying to pull it tight and adjust it to get rid of the rattle because I cannot stand rattling. And this is the first time I did it. So remember I said I did this 3 more times because eventually I pulled it so tight I pulled my repair workout, and I had to refix it. And see, me readjusting this wire is really messing with the integrity, and that's how I ended up breaking it the first time. So there it is, the third time I repaired it. It is all done now. It is all fixed. There's no rattling. I'm very proud. And this is the next day. So it's been 3 days now. And here I am readjusting my tape, which is how I know how to play my notes in tune. I think a big indicator of my bridge initially being crooked was probably the fact that all my tape was crooked. Like my G and D string, the way I placed my fingers were higher than the way I placed my fingers on the E and A string. But now it's all even, so I am undoing the slanted taping, and I'm also moving it up my fingerboard because I did raise my bridge higher. So I had it lower so it would be easier for me to play the notes, but the further down I play, and if I pluck my notes hard, the string would snap back and rattle against my fingerboard, which also annoyed me because I'm sure you know by now, I hate rattling. So I raised my bridge up off the body of my bass, and I have the finger strength now to hold down the harder notes. But because I did that, all my notes did shift a good amount. So I am planning to keep my tapes just so I can get used to the new placement of all of my notes. But eventually I'm hoping to get a tuner pedal so I can watch myself play and see if where I place my fingers are in tune, and then eventually I will remove the tape. But thank you for joining me on this journey as I repair my pickup and get my bass ready for playing again. I hope it was informative and helpful and maybe a little bit entertaining. I was kind of, if it was obvious, I was losing my mind in the beginning. I was not happy at all. I thought I'd have to buy a new $200 pickup. Luckily it got repaired. Luckily everything else went fine. But hopefully if you ever experience any similar problems, this can be a bit of a guide, because I know there aren't that many upright players out there, and there's especially not that much information online, and I'm just like, I am a mediocre player. I am not a professional. This is just me figuring stuff out. If I can figure stuff out, you can figure stuff out. But anyways, until next time, and hopefully next time, I'll be able to play my bass.